The emergency room of the Galactic Medical Station Epsilon 7 buzzed with the usual chaos of a frontier outpost. Dr. Vexith, a tall Krillian with iridescent scales, sneered as he looked at the human woman sitting in the corner of the triage area, another human claiming medical expertise. Vexith hissed to his colleague, a three-eyed oculan named Dreth. They barely understand their own biology, yet they insist on practicing among the civilized species. Anna Reeves sat silently, her worn medical jacket still bearing scorch marks from the mining colony incident 3 days prior. She'd been reassigned here after the collapse of punishment, they'd called it, for exceeding her authority during the emergency. The fact that she'd saved 200 lives seemed irrelevant to the bureaucrats. Dr. Reeves, Vexith said, his translator making his contempt crystal clear. You'll be assigned to waste disposal and equipment sterilization. We can't have you actually treating patients. The liability would be astronomical. Anna's jaw tightened, but she nodded. She'd learned that arguing with prejudice only made things worse. Humans were still the newcomers in the Galactic Union, barely 2 generations since first contact. Their medical knowledge was considered primitive, their techniques barbaric. At least you know your place, Dreth added, his 3 eyes blinking in sequence. Not like that other human who was here last month, thinking he could perform surgery. Daniel Chen, Anna thought immediately. Her old classmate from the Terran Medical Academy. He'd been drummed out of 3 stations for daring to suggest alternative treatments. The shift dragged on. Anna cleaned surgical bays, sterilized instruments designed for anatomies she'd only read about, and tried to ignore the whispers and laughs from the alien medical staff. She was organizing a storage bay when the alarms began screaming. Red lights flooded the station. The intercom crackled with panic. Code Absolute. Code Absolute. Incoming emergency vessel. Clear all bays. Anna rushed to the observation window. A sleek warship was descending toward the station. No, not a warship. The markings were different. This was a Dominion elite vessel, the kind reserved for the Galactic Council's most important members. They erupted into organized chaos. Vexith was shouting orders, medical teams scrambling. Anna moved to help, but a security drone blocked her path. Non-essential personnel. Clear the area, it droned, through the window. She watched the ship dock. The airlock hissed open, and a squad of Dominion guards emerged, their armor gleaming, weapons ready. Between them, they carried a stretcher. On it lay a figure that made Anna's breath catch. Admiral Zarketh, Supreme Commander of the Dominion Fleet. Even from this distance, she could see the purple-black blood pooling beneath him. Vexith rushed forward, his earlier arrogance replaced with nervous energy. Get him to Surgical Bay 1. I need a full trauma team. No, one of the guards interrupted, his voice like grinding stone. We require Surgeon Captain Anna Reeves. Immediately, the went silent. Vexith's scales paled. There must be some mistake. We have no Surgeon Captain by that name. We have a human janitor named Anna Reeves, but a Surgeon Captain Reeves. The guard bellowed. We know she is here. The Admiral's life depends on her. Now, all eyes turned to Anna. She stood frozen, mop still in hand, as the pieces clicked together. The mining colony, the incident she'd been punished for. She'd saved the Admiral's daughter. Anna dropped the mop and ran forward. The guards parted, their expressions unreadable behind their helmets. She reached the stretcher and her training took over, eyes scanning the Admiral's massive form, penetrating trauma to the tertiary cardiac chamber. She muttered, hands already moving. Vascular compromise in the subthoracic region. How long since injury? 23 minutes. A guard responded. Get him to surgery. Now, I need. You can't possibly. Vexa started. I need a plasma resonator, a Krillian nerve stabilizer, and someone who can follow orders without arguing. Anna snapped, her voice carrying the authority of someone who'd commanded battlefield trauma units. I also need Dr. Chen if he's anywhere on this station. I'm here. Daniel's voice came from the crowd. He pushed through, his own janitor's uniform a mirror to hers. Their eyes met, and understanding passed between them. The surgery took 6 hours. Anna worked with a precision that left the observing alien doctors speechless. She used techniques they'd never seen, human adaptations, improvised solutions that shouldn't have worked but did. Daniel assisted, their years of training in Earth's harsh conditions proving invaluable. When the Admiral's vital signs finally stabilized, Anna stepped back from the table, exhausted. In the observation gallery, Vexith stood with his mouth agape. Beside him, the other doctors watched in silence. The human they'd mocked saved the life of the most powerful military commander in the quadrant. The lead guard approached Anna as she stripped off her surgical gear. Surgeon Captain Reeves, the Admiral will want to thank you personally when he wakes. He remembers you from the mining colony. His daughter speaks of you often. Anna nodded, too tired for words. The guard continued, we've transmitted your actual service record to this station's administration. Your rank as Surgeon Captain in the Terran Emergency Response Corps, your decorations, your combat medical certifications. He paused. They seemed to have been overlooked. Behind him, Vexith looked like he wanted to disappear into the floor. We'll be recommending you for Chief of Trauma Medicine, the guard said. Both you and Dr. Chen. The Dominion takes care of those who take care of its own. As the guards filed out, Anna caught Daniel's eye again. He was grinning despite his exhaustion. Guess we're not janitors anymore, he said. Anna allowed herself a small smile. Guess not. Sometimes, she thought, the universe had a way of correcting its mistakes.